Well, in this video, we're going to have some fun. This video is all about the ingredients to succeed. And these are all fundamental ingredients in our business. We're not in the coffee shop business, right? We're not in the tanning salon business, right? We're in local community blends. And unique to our business, there are what we have identified as 7 really key ingredients. Now, you can skirt around what I'm about ready to talk about and incorporate all kinds of other ingredients to succeed, and that's all fine and dandy, but these are standout ingredients that you really need to program into your brain about building this business. Now, that doesn't mean that you couldn't use these ingredients in other businesses or other areas of your life in terms of succeeding, but these unique 7 ingredients are unique to our business, and so follow me. So I'm going to start with number 1, and you can write these down, take notes, or do whatever. In fact, my recommendation is go back and watch these videos again. There's so much information here that when you listen to them again, you will pick up more things. But let's start with ingredient number 1. And I have down here persistence, and it's kind of an obvious one, but let's talk about it just for a second. I want to give you a quick story about persistence in our business and tell you why it's an important ingredient. We, early on, now we're going to go back about 3.5 years ago, being into this business for about 6 months, we were still learning and still developing. And we had made a sales call on Ace Hardware in Zeeland, Michigan. And being in business for over 150 years, they said, we've already found out that for us, the local newspaper works. And that's where we've been spending all our money. All right. So we left. The next month and a half, we started working on Zeeland again and doing another mailer. And we stopped in again. And they says, well, you know, we thought about it, and we've talked about it in our planning meeting, and we are interested, but we're just not sure direct mail really fits for us. But, you know, we love your product. We passed your card around, and everybody thought it was really cool. So we had at least a first base hit there. So we left. 2 weeks later, we had already closed out that mailer, and they had called us and said, we want to be in the next one, whenever you're ready to go. We've talked about it again, and we really think that it's worth giving it a try. So cycle around, we came back to them again and said, do you want to, yeah, just put us in, and here's our ad. They gave us the artwork, and we proofed it with them and sent it back, and everything's fine. The mailer went out. In fact, it hit on Friday. So it was in the mailbox on Friday. That Saturday, they got 256 responses. They called us. We went back in and talked to them, and the manager came up and says, oh yes, the owner wants to talk to you guys right away. Uh-oh, we thought we were in trouble. He came back and he said, you guys need to know that we had 56 from this mailer. 256 what? I mean, dollars? That doesn't sound like you guys really did real well with it. No, we had 256 coupons. It's the best response we've ever had in the history of our company. We want you to, every time you do this market, we want to be in. Just put us in. We're excited. This worked so much better than we ever thought. So, persistence. You're going to have a lot of maybes. And what we mean by maybes is those are, as we've talked about before, in your cards. If you're scoring your cards, every time you go out and talk to somebody and you put a 1, 2, 3, or 4 on there, in my opinion, a maybe is, yeah, that sounds okay, you know, but check back with me later. If you guys are still in business, we might be interested, but maybe we're interested. So to me, that's a 3. It's not a 1 or a 2, but it's definitely a 3. I wouldn't say it's a warmly. But you know what? We have so many regular advertisers now with us that were maybes. So what does that tell you about, once again, about persistence? So the whole point is, just because somebody says that they're interested and you walk away and go, well, that was a maybe, you know, I'll probably never hear from you. Don't think negative. Get rid of those negative cobwebs. A maybe is going to turn into a 5. They're going to turn into a sale. So you have to be positive and when you're being persistent. So persistence, number one. Number two is attitude. And for us, attitude is everything. Having a positive mental attitude, PMA. We kind of like to think of it this way. When we go out and we're working in the marketplace and we're, having this positive mental attitude, and you've heard me say it before, enthusiasm goes a long way. You really got to think in terms of like a drill sergeant. Man, when I get up in the morning, I'm ready to attack the market, and I'm fired up, and I'm going to go out there. I'm going to make my 30 calls today. Come hell high or high water, I'm going to do it. And you've got to have that drill sergeant attitude, because without it, you're not going to succeed at anything. But in our business, that is critical to have that drill sergeant attitude. So attitude is really everything. I want to close out by just simply saying, on attitude, if you have the attitude, this is your business, you own it, and you're going to own this market. That's your attitude. I'm going to own this market. I'm going out right now, and I'm going to make this day succeed. I'm going to have something positive happen today, and I'm going to own this market. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but I am going to own this market. So attitude is huge. The next thing, number three, and this is our business, and it is huge, SIBKIS. See it big, keep it simple. SIBKIS, SIBKIS. Why is that important? Because we have a tendency to overcomplicate things in our business, and it's very easy to overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. You only have to do a couple things. You only have to go out and meet people, and you only have to follow up. That's it. And we do all the rest. And then, of course, when the mailer is done and ready to go, you get it ready, you package it, and you get it to the post office, and you're on to the next one. So keep it simple. Number four, communication. And this, again, in our business is really huge. Communication will kill you if you're not a communicator. And what do I mean by communication? When you go out today and you go get a bunch of business cards, follow up with those people, communicate, send them an email. Hey, thanks for letting me stop into your business. Show some gratitude, show some appreciation. But by sending that email, I promise you, you are going to get callbacks. You're going to have people call you back and say, hey, I got your email. That was really nice of you. People don't do that anymore. They just pop in and boom, they're gone. We never hear from them again. But by you sending that email, it impressed me that we want to do business with you. And you are going to get those calls. I promise you. So communicate. Follow up. All of that is communication. Communicating with us corporately, letting us know, hey, I've got a sale right now. I'm going to send you an email. If you don't send me that email tonight with the instructions on how to lay out the ad and you wait till tomorrow, I can't get it done and email it to them till the next day. So when you've got a sale and you're communicating that to us right away, at least that night, send me an email every night. Say, hey, this is what I've got going. That is going to help greatly in helping you. Why? Because you want to impress your customer when you make a sale. Not only send them an email and say thank you, but send us the graphics so we can work on the ad right away and get it back to your customer. And they're going to see that fast turnaround. They're going to go, wow, these people are on the ball. Do you know that when people are on the ball, it's because they communicate? When people are not on the ball and they're not communicating, they're not on the ball. So if we're communicating, we're on the ball. So number 4 is communication. Number 5, and again for us and in our business, this is a big one, marathon or sprinter. What's your personality? And this is going to help you in all areas of your life, but we live this in our business, and I want to drive this home with you. Are you a marathoner or a sprinter? What does that mean? Now, at first blush, you're thinking, I'm a sprinter, man. I like to get things done fast. But I bet you don't have a very successful life. And I'll tell you why. Because sprinters in life and sprinters, and by the way, I was a sprinter in high school. I was fast. And I think fast, and I do things fast. But I actually have to slow myself down and go, wait a minute. In life, as a skill, I've got to be a marathoner. And I'll be the first person to admit that in a lot of different things in my life, I've been a sprinter, and you race through it, you get done, and you go, I don't like that, and you move on to the next project. Around my house, I'll be working on a project, go, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, and I quit and I go on to another project. You got to finish the race, and and life is a journey. Somebody once said that life is a marathon, and it doesn't quit until they carry you out feet first. You're not a sprinter in life. So when you have that right attitude of, I'm in this for the long haul, and I'm going to finish this journey, and I'm going to finish this project, and I'm going to finish this mailer until this bud is done. You know, that's the attitude. So that ties back in with number 2, with attitude. So be a marathoner. Finish the race. Get on to the next race. Finish it. But this business is a marathon, and you're gonna go the long haul. Don't be a sprinter. So number 6, organized. Organization. In our business, this is an important success ingredient. You've got to be organized. And when you're organized from day one, and you're organized all throughout your business, you're going to keep your time, you're going to be on schedule with different projects that you're working on. You're not going to miss calls. You're not going to miss appointments. And you're going to do what again? Follow through. You're going to be sending out emails. You're going to be communicating. You're going to have the right attitude. So being organized in our business is really huge. Stay on top of things. And number 7, finally, networking. This is really a hidden success ingredient that will really work in our business. And I'm going to make some suggestions to you when you can afford it. Join your Chamber of Commerce so that you can start handing that fancy local community blast card out. I mean, that's a really cool business card. I love that logo, and I love how we designed our cards. They're really cool. And so when you hand it to somebody, I watch people's reactions, and they go, oh, that's a cool card. Well, I just got a wow. And now I've made a warm fuzzy with somebody where I can ask for an appointment. Yeah, you like that? You know, hey, you know what? I've been meaning to ask you, I'd like 10 minutes of your time. Could I swing by tomorrow, maybe buy you a cup of coffee? And I'd like to show you what we do in our business and see if there's a way that this could be incorporated into your marketing of your business. We have a lot of repeat customers. I'd like to show you why. And so networking, going to chamber meetings and networking with people, you're going to have a lot of home runs. I want to give you another suggestion. If you haven't done this, create an account on meetup.com. Now, meetup.com, 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 and go in and create your profile for your market area and your zip code. Then you're going to want to plug in, and you're going to do a search. And up at top, you just type in the word business. Now, Meetup is great for people that are knitting. They want to be partnered up with somebody that plays chess, or bicycle groups, or hiking and camping groups, or mature couples. There's just all kinds of groups. But you want to get plugged into business. And you will find there's a list of different business groups, and they're all free. And this is free to join. So I really encourage you, whether you join the chamber or not, make sure you get plugged into Meetup and get plugged into some business groups and find out when they're meeting so that you could go to those meetings. And when you go, they're going to say, hey, you're new here. Maybe you can stand up and just talk a little bit about your business. Well, guess what? Bring some samples with you. Give everybody a sample and a sales sheet and your business card, and do your little pitch on our direct mail program for local community blast. And then after the meeting, you can network and shake hands and find out how you can help people and find out what market they're in. You might just get lucky and find out that somebody's in your market area that wants to be on your mail and you didn't even know it, so you connected. So finally, there are other community groups, and I encourage you to get involved in your community on any level. There's so many ways to get involved in your community. Get on your website for your community. In our area, it's Grand Rapids. So I can go to grandrapids.com, or I can go to the cityofgrandrapids.com, and there's all kinds of community events. And you can volunteer, even if it's just once a month. Simply by getting plugged in, you are circulating. That's marketing. And it's also networking. And you're also doing something good that makes you feel good about what you do. So Again, these are the 7 things: persistence, attitude, SIBKISS, communication, marathon or sprinter, get organized, and network yourself. And if you incorporate all of these 7 factors into your business, you cannot fail. I hope you've enjoyed our video series. Everything that you need to know is here. I really encourage you, watch them a few times, because you're going to hear me say things that you didn't think you heard me say, and you go, wow, I picked up something new. A lot of information. In the meantime, we'll be talking, and we'll be working with you and getting started, and we'll talk soon.